Hey everyone, welcome to SAP Plant Maintenance. Today we are going to cover the refurbishment process. And under refurbishment, in the previous video we have covered the external. In the today's video we will cover the in the previous video we have covered the internal, and today we will cover the external process. And there are two types of external refurbishment process. One is external refurbishment without any maintenance order reference, and second one is external refurbishment with a maintenance order reference. And in the both of the cases, we are going to achieve this using the subcontracting process. So these are the steps that are involved. So directly we will see that how we are going to carry out in SAP only. So before that, I'll just show you what is the material I'm going to use. And please remember, this is a non-serialized material. In the later videos, we'll also cover the refurbishment process with the serialized materials as well. So if we see here, we have 7 in the new and 6 in the refurbished. So in order to do the refurbishment, external refurbishment, I need to bring back the damaged one into my storage location, right? So for that, I'll simply create a simple maintenance breakdown maintenance order for this equipment, and I'm going to bring back the defective piece back to my storage location. So my equipment is a diesel generator. So I'm entering a general breakdown order. So the planned cost is 3000, and the control key is PM01 because this is internally performed operation. And go to components. So enter the component which you want to issue a new one, right? So item category is the stock item, so it is L. Storage location is 1000. Plant is ABC1. Batch is new, correct? Also, I am bringing back the defective piece back to my storage location, and I will do the refurbishment for the defective piece. So my batch valuation type would be damaged. So click on enter. So if you see here, reservation has been created since these are the stock items. So now save this order. So order got saved. Go to IW32 and enter the order and release this order. Right? Yes, and save this order. Now, what is the next step? I'll go to Migo to do the goods issue of this components for this order. So enter the order. So you can see here 261 is for the new one and 262 is for the damaged one. So simply click on item OK, and also second component, check item OK, check. Yeah, the document is OK. Post. Now we have issued the new one and we have brought back the damaged one. So if you want to see the stock position now, put MMBE 5153. Yes. If you previously it was 7, now it was 6, and one has we have brought back the one which is a damaged. Okay. Now we are going to do the refurbishment, external refurbishment for this damaged one. And the first case, that is directly we will do the external refurbishment without any order reference. So what we can do, I'm just creating a purchase requisition, right? Since this is without any order reference. So ME51N, so item 0010, item category is L. You might be knowing that for subcontracting we must specify the L as item category. So 5153, quantity 1, unit, okay, delivery date, let's say 29, unit is EA, plant is ABC 1000. Okay, just the normal basic details we need to enter, and we get a pop-up that no, not possible to determine components. We will sort this out. Now go to the subcontracting tab, and here select refurbishment with unchanged material number. This is important. Okay, Then here, in case of split valuation, please enter a valuation type. So what is the valuation type? Refurbished, right? Click on enter and now go to components. Automatically, the component will be populated here, but the only thing you must do is you are issuing the damaged component to the vendor in order to do the refurbishment, external refurbishment. So enter the component as damaged. And one important thing is the material provision indicator should be S, that is rework material. Clear? Okay. Now we'll go back and we will check all other basic details. All would be uh, by default it gets populated based on the master data and everything. So here one thing is valuation type is refurbished. This is very important. Okay. Now we are saving this purchase requisition. Okay. This is a purchase requisition, right? Then we are going to create a purchase order with reference to this purchase requisition. So go to ME21N. Now purchase requisition. This is my purchase requisition. Select, click on this. Sorry. Select, adopt. So purchase org is 999. My purchase org is 999. Adopt. Vendor is, this is the vendor. Okay. We have already created one vendor and we have been using the same vendor. Right. And again, if you click on adopt, then the material would be copied here. And this is a warning. Can delivery date be met? Okay. If not, then you can extend based on the lead time. Right. Okay. Let me put as then 02/11/2021. Those are small minor warnings you can ignore, and the only thing we can focus is here cross check whether the components got updated and properly the batch has been, means the valuation type has been captured or not, and in the delivery just we need to check valuation type has been captured correctly or not. And one more thing, in the subcontracting tab, whether this has been captured correctly or not. If everything is fine, just click on save. Correct? So my purchase order got created. So let me save this purchase order somewhere here. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Next step is we need to do the issue of the damaged component to the vendor. Correct? So there are multiple ways of doing that. You can go to ME20, okay, and enter the vendor, okay, plant, execute. So what is the damaged one? This one, 5153, right? So enter this, create on post goods issue, storage location is 1000, batch is nothing but the valuation type that is damaged, and this is very important. The 541 is the movement type with which we will issue the damaged component to the vendor for refurbishment, external refurbishment. Enter, one item posted, enter. So item got posted. So if you go to MMBE, you can see that one item has been updated under stock provided to vendor stock type. Okay, one. Now we have issued the component to the vendor, damaged one, and let us assume that vendor has did the refurbishment. He did the repair. Correct. Now what we need to do? We need to do the goods receipt against the purchase order. So what is our purchase order? This one. So copy that purchase order, enter. Wait, what happened? Copy this purchase order. Okay. Enter here. Click on enter. Now if you click on this plus symbol, you can find that the refurbished material from the vendor is coming to the plant with the movement type 101, whereas the damaged one got consumed with the movement type 543. This is very important. Even if in the interview's point of view, if someone definitely this is a very definite question in an interview to explain about the external refurbishment process, then you must specify the proper movement types. Okay. Now click on item OK. Just cross check everything. So everything got captured correctly, right? And the second material. Okay. Click on item OK. Okay. We have clicked. Also we'll cross check the first one. Okay. First one also we clicked. For second one also it's fine. Okay. Now click on check. Document is okay. Click on post. Right? So document got posted. Now if you go to the stock overview, you can find that the damage has been removed and refurbishment under refurbishment the quantity got increased from 6 to 7. Why? Because we have did now just now we have did the GR. If you want to see here material movements, you can see. So today is the 27th. So this is the document type for this order just we have created. Sorry, for this purchase order, the refurbishment has been carried out. Okay, this is how we will do the external refurbishment of a damaged material without any order reference. And this is through with starting from the creation of a purchase requisition. Got it? Okay. Now we will see the one more the other process. That is, we are going to create a refurbishment order, and from that refurbishment, sorry, we are going to process the external refurbishment with respect to a maintenance order. Okay, how we can do that? But before that, since I need to have a damaged piece into my storage location, so I am again going to create one simple order, right? And I need to bring back the damaged component to my storage location. Again, this description is same and PM01 operations components. Again, I'll issue the new one, right? I'll issue the new one. New, and I'll bring back the damaged one to my storage location, and further I will do the external refurbishment process. Okay, damaged, yes, item category is L, yes, save this order, IW32, enter, release this order, save this, go to again Migo, right, goods issue, order, enter, just again the same story. So I'll be not explaining much. So post, okay. Now order got posted. Now if I go to the stock overview, I can see that under damaged I have one. So I am going to perform the external refurbishment with order reference for this damaged one. So in this case, we are going to do this process via subcontracting. We need to create a normal order. You should not go with IW81N to create a refurbishment order in case if you are going for external refurbishment with respect to order. Okay, so again external refurbishment with respect to maintenance order, right? And cost, let's say 2000. And what should be my control key? PM02 because this is an external refurbishment with respect to order. Correct? So operation is A. Operation quantity is 1. Price, let's say 2000 metal group. Purchase requisition. All this master data we will enter. Okay. So cost element. Let me take the exact cost element. Uh, so I'm going to take this one. External procurement. Let me take this one. Okay. Now the important thing is we need to take this subcontracting. This is very important here. Anyway, cost element in real cases, the controlling team will be providing, but since we are in the sandbox, we have created our own cost elements and we will be using those cost elements. Okay. Now go to the components. So go to the operations. So this is external refurbishment with respect to maintenance order. So select this, double click here. We are going to enter the damaged component for this order, right? One, each item category is L1000 ABC1 batch damage. This is important. Okay. Now go to the header data. Sorry. Go to components. This is we have entered operations. Double click on this operations. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to general data. Here, material provision indicator is yes, which is very important. This indicator you must select. Got it? Okay. Now go back and we have entered everything. Let me cross check once again. So we have entered the spend subcontracting. Yeah, as soon as we save this order and release the order, a purchase requisition will be created. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, save that order. Okay, go to IW32, enter this order, release this order. Okay, save this. Again go to IW32. Wait. Again go to IW32. Operations. Double click on this operation. Okay, account data. You can find that a purchase requisition got created. Okay, here the important thing we need to notice is the item category is F, that is because the purchase requisition got with respect to order, and the the account assignment category is F and the item category is L because this is subcontracting, right? And this is my damaged piece, correct? Now we are going to create a purchase order for this purchase requisition. So ME21N purchase requisitions, enter, select this, okay, enter recipient means the user ID, enter this, item overview, yes. Now if you see here, just cross verify everything got updated or not. So in the components, you can see automatically the metal provision indicator is yes because we have already assigned this in the order itself, right? And just check the delivery, valuation type, refurbished, okay, and go to subcontracting tab. Refurbishment is unchanged. That's correct, right? And yes, everything looks perfect. Now just save this order. Just go to edit if you want to check any errors. So no errors. So that's fine. Just save this purchase order. Okay. So this is my purchase order. Let me copy here. Okay. Now After creating the purchase order, what is the next step? Next step is to issue the damaged component to the vendor, right? So I will go to ME20 again, 5153, postcodes issue, batch is damaged, 541, again the same story. Correct? Yes. Now go to MMBE, just we will cross verify. See again, for the stock provided vendor stock type, damage has been updated. Okay. Now the refurbishment is 7. Once you do the GR, the refurbishment under refurbishment metal value step, it will be increased to 8. We will see that. Okay. Now what is the next step? Go to Migo, do the goods receipt for this purchase order. Okay. Now this and all will be the same process as what we did for the external refurbishment without any order reference. Only the difference is in the account assignment, you will find the order, right? Because this is with respect to order. Okay. Now click on item okay. Again for this. Okay. Item okay entered. Okay. So if you see here, this is refurbished and this is the damaged. Correct? Check. Everything is fine. Post. Yeah. Now it got posted. Now if you go to MMBE and check, see the refurbishment from 7 it got increased to 8, right? And the damage has been removed. So if you see the material movements, you can see here. This is one without any order reference. This is with order reference. Correct? So this is how we will do the refurbishment, both internal, which we covered in the previous video, and this is the external. Under external, we have covered the two processes with order reference and without order reference. I hope everyone understood the process. So if you like the video, please do comment, like, and subscribe the channel. I'll be posting more videos which are very complex scenarios in SAP plant maintenance. So anyway, simple process everyone can do that. My main motto is to educate people who are into SAP PM who would be trying to execute the complex scenarios either in for their practice or in the real time as well. Okay.